because nobody thought TJ was going to win that fight. Renan Barao was thought to be the number one pound for. It was him and Aldo.
Yeah.
Would people make the argument of who's the best? Renan Barao was, I think he was undefeated, or maybe had one loss early in his career.
He was an animal at the time.
Animal.
Mm-hmm.
And TJ pieced him up. And it was like he was sparring. He looked so in the zone and relaxed, and he was constantly switching stances and footwork and angles.
Yeah. Duane flew me out for that fight because that's when they were training at Alpha Male to be TJ's sparring partner for one of those fights. I'm almost positive it was that one. And I remember the whole time I was like, this isn't going to go good for TJ, you know? Because Barao was just that guy at the time that everyone was afraid of. And then when I watched it, I was like, oh shit, that shit really works good. I used to train in the Netherlands a little bit too with Andy Sauer and those guys.
Oh really?
Yeah, so that was really cool. But it's like traditional, like you stand in one stance, like this is how we do shit here, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like switching stances. I was probably like the gay guy at the gym a little bit, you know, like being kind of flamboyant and like show offy. And so I remember going with some of Sauer's good guys and just good guys that we would spar with. And I wouldn't really get hit that much. And I was like, oh shit, this like actually works. Like this isn't just some like foo-foo whatever stuff, you know?
Well, it's crazy that Duane developed that style, but he didn't fight that way.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
Like Duane had like more of a traditional, he's Boss Rutan inspired style. And then he realizes like, the best way to fight is actually to constantly be changed. And then he develops this system and, Duane's like super focused. I know you know this, but for people who don't know, Duane has like a notebook, like fucking just filled with notes, and it's all like he's got systems.
This is his life.
Yeah, it's not like what Adesanya likes to call button smashing when you're playing a game. Like no, it's very systematic. And TJ, I think, in that Renan Barao fight was the greatest expression of what Duane teaches.
Yep. Yeah, that was a super amazing fight. Yeah, just switching. I mean, just simple little stuff, like it's a lot of striking is just like how coordinated you are. Like that's like a big piece of striking. And then can I just overwhelm you with information? Like that's like a strategy to run. So, some people choose like, okay, I'm willing to take a few to like land my big one, That's like an okay strategy. It works for guys like Ilya and stuff.
But Ilya's not that easy to hit.
That's true too. He has like a way good guard.
Yeah, he rolls with stuff like the Josh Emmett fight.
Yeah,
he like he like slides away from stuff, and these big bombs are coming his way.
He's doing like the highest form, like intellectually, he's doing that style at its highest expression with the strategy of I'm about to knock you the fuck out.
Yeah,
which shouldn't be everyone's strategy.
Well, you have to have that touch of death.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's got that God-given power. His power is fucking crazy, man.
It is crazy. Trevor's actually helped me understand why it works really good. So not to get crazy technical with
Let's
it, I guess.
Let's get technical. Let's get in there.
All right, cool. So squared and bladed stances, when you're in a squared stance, you can move really good left to right. That was most of my career, was being like, I came from a basketball background. I know that I'm very quick and agile and I can move left to right really good. If I just keep my hands up, whatever, it'll be fine probably, So a lot of squared stance stuff is I'm just going to cut left, right, overwhelm this person with all of my weapons and angles and always constantly make them move off of the things I'm doing and not the other way around. That's good, but it's really hard to get a ton of leverage in anything that you're doing when you're standing square. Like I can't, like if I'm going to throw a ball, I don't throw a ball like this.
Right.
I throw a ball like this.
Right. You have your shoulder behind the other shoulder.
Yeah. So squared stance is super good for being agile, moving left, right, and overwhelming people with the amount of attacks that you could throw at them. Because also if I'm standing square, all of my weapons are really available for me to throw. Like it doesn't take, like this is faster than this, and just because it's like 6 inches closer or whatever.
Right.
In a bladed stance, you get a fuckload of leverage because if you watch Ilya, he's always standing like he's about to throw a javelin. And that's pretty much what he's doing is just like, and this is kind of like the science of boxing a little bit, like I said, that Trevor helped me with. So I'm a lot more bladed now than I was because now we're trying to get like some serious leverage on stuff because 5-round fights, moving the entire time, fighting these really good wrestlers, it can get to the point where it's like, it just gets quirky and just like a little bitchy looking, and like, I don't really want to like tap people to victory, you know?
Right.
For a long time, I would compensate in being like, all right, but I'll have wheel kicks, knees, and elbows. And that like took me a decent amount of ways too, where it's like, cool, now I can finish guys like that also. But these bladed stances where you can make a shitload of leverage with them are really cool. I think finding a balance between the two is really awesome. Ilya is like only, and that's just my expression of my martial arts. I want to be like the jack of all trades guys and be able to be like, oh, you're that style. I'll just archetype you in this style. But Ilya is like always ready to throw a javelin, and he's really good at closing space with his lead leg. Like he'll like jab, hook, and really creep his lead leg near, and then just bomb a right hand. Because he is a shorter guy, but he never seems like he's having that much of an issue getting super inside.
Well, it's going to be interesting seeing him at 55.
That will be
these
interesting.
Are much bigger guys. Like, think about Mauricio Ruffi.
Yeah,
he's a 55er.
And he moves good and has leverage.
And he's fucking gigantic. Like,
Yeah.
How tall is Ruffi? I mean, he's got to be 6'1", maybe 6'2", and he's 55, and he's not thin.
Yeah.
I mean, he's lean, but he's not, like, scrawny. He's got muscle. He's fucking huge for 55.
Yeah.
There's some 55. And Ilya, as powerful as he is, he's not that big. And it's going to be interesting to see because of this 10-pound. 10 pounds is just like, it's a lot of weight, man. You know, it's like when you're dealing with a 155-pound person, it's a significant percentage of your body weight.
Especially when everyone's cutting like 30 pounds.
I don't know what Rufy cuts, but when I see him walking around, he looks like he's 190 pounds.
Yeah.
You know, like Islam's fucking huge.
Yeah.
He's big, dude.
Yeah.
When I interview him in the cage afterwards, I'm always like, how?
Really?
How are you 155?
Yeah.
How?
I know.
How?
I know.
He's thick as fuck. He's got a giant back.
Yeah.
And when he gets a hold of guys, it's like he's just got this leverage, this grappling squeeze that it's. I remember when he fought Drew Dober. And, like, when he got Dober down to the ground, I was like, that's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. As soon as he gets on top, and then he starts clamping down and squeezing, and guys are just like, Oliveira was tapping, like, the moment it was on. He was like, fuck this.
Yeah, a lot of those really good grappler guys, they're strong, definitely, but they're really strong at closing up all of the space. Like, if you let me get an underhook, like, I can feel pretty strong. Like, even if you're much bigger than me, I'll, like, make you take a couple steps back, which really shouldn't happen. But if I just close up all of the space, which I think is a big component of being a really good grappler, is being able to be like, nope, that's my space. You don't get that. This, you know, and you're not going to get inside of mine. I can feel strong as fuck, you know? And yeah, those types of guys, they're just so used to being so compact and never letting anyone get inside their arms or wherever it is that they need to get, that it's like impossible to feel like you can move them. I feel like there's two types of being strong in grappling. There's being strong in like, I don't let you move me. And then there's strong in, I get to move you really good. And the good guys get to do both. Like if I can grab you and move you really easy, I'll feel really strong. If you grab me and I feel like a rock, I'll feel really strong. And I think that some people do both of those really well. And then some people do one or the other really well. But those types of guys like the Islams, they do both really good.
Yeah. And he's also, his striking has leveled up significantly. Like his striking is much, much better than it was when he was younger. He's a threat everywhere. Like when he knocked out Volk with that high kick.
Yeah,
And
that was
granted,
crazy.
But granted, if I was in Volk's corner, I would say, no.
I know.
You're not taking it. You've been fucking drinking beer and eating kebabs. Like, there's no way you're taking this fight on 10 days' notice. I don't care how confident you are. I don't care how much you like fighting. That's a crazy thing. I don't care how much money they're paying you. Because you look at the slide that his career took, right? He arguably won that first fight with Islam. Very close fight. Loses a decision. Or was it a draw?
It was a decision. Shit, was it a draw? That's actually a good question. I think he lost.
I think he lost too.
Yeah.
Either way, Islam keeps the title. Was it a draw? Why do I think it was a draw?
Maybe one judge had it a draw.
Maybe it was something like that. So super close fight with the pound for pound best fighter in the world, 10 pounds up. Everybody's like, Volk might be the best pound for pound fighter in the world. And then he takes that fight on 10 days' notice, gets head kicked. And then he comes into the fight with Topuria, 4 months later or something like that? Compromised, clearly. You got head kicked, shin to the dome, stopped, unconscious, and then you've got to fight the scariest fucking boxer in the division, and you get knocked out. You know, and so then this big slide. And then he comes back full year off, and you see against Diego Lopez looks like the Volk of old. It looks like he's back.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to have seen that Volk versus Ilya.
Yeah.
That would have been an exciting fight.
First one was a decision. Second one was
Yeah, KO. Okay, so it was a decision. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the casuals like to exist in a world where, oh no, if you're a better fighter, then you're just a better fighter. But it's like, no, man, like if I have 3 months to train versus 2 weeks to train, like
Big difference.
That's giant difference.
Giant
man. Like
difference.
I don't
Like-
do Zins. This isn't a Zin.
What is it?
I just don't want. It's like I just
Vitamin?
started taking them. They have 50 milligrams of caffeine in them. They're called NZEs.
Oh yeah, I've taken those. Those are
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, they're
I
super
like
good.
those. I like those.
Um,
They're brain stimulants.
yeah.
Yeah, I got one that I bought called Alpha. That's pretty good. Although I did kind of get a little annoyed that they ripped off Alpha Brain because it's I like these. These are great too. These gummies, these Alpha Brain gummies are fucking awesome.
Yeah, I don't do caffeine anymore. That's
Really?
like one thing that I stopped. Well, I do like this amount of caffeine. I do like
How
50.
many milligrams is that?
Just 50.
Okay,
It's
so
like
it's
a tea.
like a small cup of coffee.
Yeah,
maybe.
you know what's crazy is I didn't drink like a lot of caffeine or whatever. I would drink like a coffee in the morning like normal people. But dude, what I learned is because once I stopped, I immediately had way more energy. Or maybe not immediately, but like 10 days, 2 weeks afterwards. And you know what I looked up, bro? Is that I already have like low iron, but I looked up coffee gets in the way of iron absorption.
Really?
Yeah.
You have low iron. Do you eat red meat?
Yeah, I eat a lot. It's like a genetic thing. My mom has super low. I think it's like a ginger thing. I got like a fucking yeah. We're just born. Not.
Caffeine can inhibit iron absorption primarily due to the presence of tannins and other polyphenols in coffee.
Dude, I swear this has changed me big. So now I do the mud water stuff where I drink all the mud water. I like matcha still, so I'll still do like 50 milligrams in the morning. But dude, the coffee I stopped and I immediately started feeling way better. And I don't know how many people don't know this, but this is a thing, bro.
I'm a coffee junkie.
I know.
I have a real problem. I
It
have
tastes
a real
good.
problem.
I still drink decaf sometimes because I really like the taste of
I
it.
take days off of these things. Like
What are those?
These are breakers, Lucy's. These are nicotine. I like them when I do podcasts. And I like them before I do stand up.